Morning, and welcome back to Your Püdcast. We're your hosts.
I'm Beth Ann.
And I'm Kaylee.
And we're just kidding. I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Beth Ann.
And
we're
we're so glad
you're here.
Did you just say, and I'm so glad you're here?
So I did.
Okay.
Do that.
It's becoming increasingly apparent to me that we need a pre-recorded intro due to our inconsistency. No, I'm just kidding. I think it makes every episode unique.
For a while, it was just your inconsistency.
Well, and I knew that you were going to point something
morning,
out, so I tried to get ahead of it with my statement. But no, I do want to say, I think it just provides a little bit of unique authenticity, if you will.
I don't believe anything to be as deep as needing to pre-record. You know, we're either going to sit here and listen to it, or I guess we wouldn't sit here and listen to it, but like, Anyway, okay.
Completely agree.
How are you? I feel like I haven't talked to you in literally so long.
I haven't talked to you in so long. We went to bed last night, and I just feel like you were
I was done.
You were done.
But you knew I was done well before we went to bed.
Yeah, but like, what if that was the last thing you ever said to me? Just kind of like a loose, not so heartfelt, like, good night, love you, bye.
No, it was heartfelt.
I just wanted to make sure like you were looking at me. I like to look at you when I say like
in the
good
eyes.
night. I love you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Sleep tight. There's nothing I wouldn't do for you. You mean the world to me. Please live with me. You're my sunshine. You're everything to me. I've already said that. You're my heartbeat. You're my womb mate.
Yes.
There's no one else
Kaylee,
like you.
But sometimes
no one else can
I'm
replace
just
you.
ready to go to bed. And like you'll choose the times where I'm truly ready to either when I'm trying to fly out the door, or I am in the bedroomist and my brain is off and you're about to overstimulate me. Like those are the times that you'll choose. You never choose the times where we're laying on the couch.
All I've taken away from this entire conversation is your love is overstimulating.
No, Kaylee.
So I'll take time to reflect.
I mean. You do this all the time. You'll be leaving to go somewhere, and I'm like, oh my gosh, come give me a hug. You're like, oh, I have to.
No, I have not done that in a very long time. Seriously, so long.
How long is so long?
Probably 3 years. I remember I maybe
3
did
years.
that once. Yes.
Wrong memory.
No, Beth Ann. I remember I did that
Kaylee.
maybe one time. Not kidding. Listen, when I was going to a
it.
Friday night football game, and I was already like an hour late to the game, and I was just like, oh,
but you always are.
No, I'm not.
You're pretty much late to like anything that you'd go to.
Beth Ann.
No, you are, and this is how I know that to be true.
Beth Ann,
for a while I thought it was an us thing. No, because I did. I grouped myself into this.
Beth Ann, I was in the car before you. Wait, I cannot actually believe you're doing this right now. No, I actually can't believe you're doing this right now.
Anytime you're gone and you're
Beth
at Gage's,
Ann.
I'm early to
because
everything.
You're by yourself, and like that's one thing to be by yourself, but when we're together, I don't know what it is. It's not me. It's you have a little bit more of a comfortability. I'm not quite sure. But then you know that if we're supposed to leave at 8 o'clock, you'll be putting in a load of laundry before you walk out of the house at 8:02. Yes, you will. Don't argue.
And you'll probably be upstairs finishing off your hair or like grabbing something from the pen tray.
Beth Ann, I can't believe you've done this this morning.
To be true.
No, that's so mean. I go out of my way to strive to be within 10 to 15 minutes of my go time.
That's the thing, though.
Be after.
Like
if I'm supposed to leave at 11 and I leave at 11:06, if I leave between 11:06 and 11:13, I feel okay.
Well, let's just narrow the search, okay? Specifically Pervello. Something about when you come.
This is our spin studio, Pervello. She's discussing.
Because it really should only take us about 14 minutes to get to Pervello, but because of the traffica and all 25. The cones, it takes 28 minutes. And so I leave with about 35 minutes to spare, no matter the time. Except if I go to a 6:30 a.m. class, then I will leave at like 6:08. So I give myself, 22 minutes?
I was ready to leave for Bible study at 8:54, and you were not ready until 9:05.
8:54 is still late. Bible study starts at 9.
I'm just saying, I woke up at 8:37. You know, I overslept. I never heard my alarm. I was frantic.
I know. It was like so funny when I never heard your footsteps. I was like,
no, I was so frantic. I woke up. Bible study starts at 9. It's a 16-minute drive, but you should give yourself 20. And I woke up at 8:35. I need to be leaving at 8:35. And I texted my mom.
8:35 is late, by the way. You know what I mean?
Because I went to bed at 1:30 in the morning.
Which I don't know why.
I feel like I'm having to like cover my tracks right now. I feel like I'm
No.
having to cover my bases.
No, I'm just like,
I
that's
feel like
so
I'm having to
unlike
justify. I feel like
you.
I'm having to fight for myself. But you know what? If it is to be me, it'll be done by me.
No, it doesn't count anymore.
And
You stuttered.
I cannot believe like I'm playing defense this early in the morning. Seriously.
Seriously. No, neither one of us are playing defense. If we seriously got into that low squat position with our arms out wide, like our hamstrings would pop. We've been putting them to the test recently.
Yesterday.
That's
We
as
did
recent
poor
as it
man's
gets.
curls. Y'all listen.
What? No, we need to lift Merle
There wa-
up.
We're gonna lift Merle up.
Because we talked about Bible study.
Yes. This was actually gonna be my blue of the week because it made me so sad.
Oh, I wasn't even going to make it my blue because I just felt like it was.
It's like way too sad to be a blue. Like blue's a little more.
Because it didn't ruin anything for me. It just like broke
Well,
my
a blue
heart.
doesn't always ruin something. It's just something sad that happened or like whatever.
Okay.
Y'all, we were at Bible study this week, Wednesday, and this precious older gentleman who we have become besties with, him and his wife, he had a moment and we don't quite know exactly what. We don't know if it was a stroke. We don't know if it was a seizure. Like, it all happened so fast. And we had, I think, a retired nurse in the room. And so she was like, it's seizure symptoms, but I didn't see it when it was happening. There was just a lot going on. So I guess, known right now. But he got a little lightheaded. Miss Beth was watching, thank goodness. She's always a little bit off task and not quite looking where she's supposed to be. But in this case, it was great because she had her eyes exactly where they needed to be. She was watching Merle, and he got a little flush. And his wife was trying to offer him a bite to eat, and he's like, no. And I think he just thought he needed to go and sit somewhere else. I think got a little overheated and just feeling faint. And we sit in tables, like rows of tables at Bible study, but there's also a sofa at the very front of the room. So he's trying to make it to the sofa, and Beth Ann saw it happen from the jump, him trying to stand up. And he doesn't normally walk bent over. Like, he is 83, so sometimes you start to curve over. He normally doesn't, but he was walking a little bit over. Beth Ann popped up, ran over to him. I'm watching, but I'm like, my first reaction was, well, I think he's okay. Beth Ann, but then I was like, no, he's bent over. And then I was like, oh my gosh, does she need my help? Because it looked like he was completely just limp. Like,
It was giving lifeless there for a minute.
It absolutely scared us to death. She got him sat down, and I called 911, and the paramedics came. They hooked him up to everything. He ended up coming to, but it was just it was beyond unnerving because I thought he had just passed away right in front of us. And then, of course, I'm thinking, like, what better place than Bible study? I'm like, did this man just go to be with the Lord in the middle of
Carolyn, though, whose house we were at, because I'm like, this is where her grandchildren come and her family comes, and I don't know if someone passing away.
Okay, we are going to lift him up at the end of this episode in prayer. By the end of the paramedics coming and hooking him up to some stuff and tests, he had said his name and where he was. He's like, I'm sorry, Carolyn. Like when they took him out in the ambulance.
That might have been my blue.
That part.
My nose feels funky.
If I would not have started my period last week, I would still be an emotional wreck, but I have gotten over the hump, so I'm able to talk about like heavier things this week without completely crumbling. But it was not okay for about 10 days there. Especially post-engagement. It was such an emotional wreck.
You were in your luteal.
Lenny thought I was so emotional. I did cry last week on the poo.
Bawling.
I couldn't stop. No. Is that okay?
What's on your under eye today?
What's on my under eye?
Yeah, like what makeup?
Well, do you mean like on my skin? Or because I don't have any shadow on.
No, your under eye.
Okay. A new concealer. I cannot remember which one it was, but I've never used it before. Do you like it? Should I quit using it? It's clumping up.
It's not clumping.
I didn't use my setting powder.
Oh, maybe that's it. I just saw
I
didn't
use my... You saw a creasiness from all the way over there.
I don't know. How do you feel? I mean, makeup's disgusting anyway, and I feel like it's always a creasiness.
Oh, well, I'm completely and utterly insecure now. Oh my
Don't
gosh,
be.
Beth
Let me
Ann,
look at mine.
you've really kind of been picking me apart already this morning.
No.
No,
I was
your
just
under eye
wondering.
looks good because you didn't put anything on the under eye, or did you?
Well, I actually did use a little bit of setting powder, but I never do. But you put me on to setting powder. That's literally just why I asked you
I
because
completely forgot about my setting powder.
you don't need it. You look so beautiful. It's very glowy. Whatever it is, like it is very
Oh,
bright.
because I use the Colleen Rothschild Ethereal Glow Serum
So did I.
that you can mix in with your makeup. You can use it over top. I
Underneath.
pre-engagement put it on my shoulders because I was wearing that halter neck dress.
Course.
Okay, so after the episode, before I carry on with my day, maybe I'll just go pop on some powder on the under eye. Is that what I'm taking away from this conversation?
No pressure. I can't quit yawning.
Okay. Oh my gosh, perk up. Did you sleep good?
That's my blue, but we'll get there.
Oh, okay. We'll talk about it.
Um,
Well, let me go ahead and read the verse of the day, y'all.
Go ahead.
Because we need some life in this space. Hey.
up in these streets. Lenny, I need some tissue.
So the verse today is John 14:6, and it is Jesus said to him, I am the way and the truth and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. Now, whenever I read a verse and it's like him or they or whatever, I have to find context because I'm like, who are you talking about? And in this verse, John 14:6, Jesus was speaking to Thomas, and it was during the Last Supper, just before Jesus was arrested. And he tells all the disciples that he's going to prepare a place for them in his Father's house and that they know the way to where he is going. And so then Thomas says, well, Lord, we don't know where you're going, so how can we know the way? And that's when he said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me.
He clocked their tea.
He clocked their tea. It was so good. Oh my gosh, y'all. I put this on my Instagram story, but you might have missed it. There's your Charmin to blow your nose. So we were reading in Bible study this week in, I cannot remember exactly the verse, but we were it was about Abraham. Oh, we were in Genesis and we were looking at Abraham and Sarah, and God had promised Sarah, hey, get
What?
it out.
I got tickled.
No, you're fine. You know, God had promised Sarah a child, and she was way past her childbearing years, and she's like laughing at the Lord, like there's no way. Kind of laughing to herself in the context of the verse. And then God is like, why are you laughing? And she's like, I'm not laughing. He said, no, but you are.
I loved that.
That was such a clock your tea moment. Anyway, it's kind of like if you know, you know.
What was
because I
it that he
posted it on my
said?
story.
He didn't say, no, but you are. What were his words?
No, I
was
literally
it no,
think that
but
he
you
did.
are?
Hold on, let me go find the verse.
We giggled about that in Bible study
Oh,
this past week.
you know how I can find it? Literally go to my stories that I posted because I want to read it word for word. Our Wi-Fi has not been pushing recently for me. It's been in and
it's
out.
just been for you.
Okay.
Because
Wow, I am missing the mark here recently. Okay,
No,
so we were reading
I've
Genesis
just,
18.
it's never gone out for me, but you're texting me saying I didn't pay the Wi-Fi. And I'm like, I don't even pay the Wi-Fi.
No,
it's
I
like
literally,
a part of our
Beth Ann,
thing.
this whole thing of my Wi-Fi going out of my phone, I called Gage yesterday. I said, Gage, I'm very overwhelmed about something. He's like, what? I'm like, I don't know how to pay bills other than
I do it all.
I said, Beth Ann pays the bills. Beth Ann pays the bills. And that could be a character flaw. That could show a sign of immaturity. You know, I'm late to everything I do. I don't know how to pay bills. So maybe I just need to look inward here soon. But at the same time, I don't want it to be my responsibility.
You don't like to do stuff like that.
It makes me anxious.
Yeah, and I'm just like,
I hate
love
it.
that I'm on time, love that I'm early. Like, I love to get it done.
No,
And
I pay
same
my
with
Verizon phone
Lundra.
bill all by myself, and I know that $5,000 comes out every month. Anyway, don't ever, no matter what you do, find a friend on the street to get a phone plan with before you go get one on your own, y'all. I'm over here. We get new phones last year. I'm like, oh,
so
Dad,
true.
look at my dad. I'm
You
like,
can be on
Dad,
a phone plan with anybody.
anybody, link up to somebody. The more phones on the plan,
Wait, look
the
at me.
cheaper it is. What? What?
No, I don't. I'll tell you after the app.
What? Just tell me. You thought I had a buggy? Oh my God. I cannot believe what's happening all morning. I'm completely being ridiculed.
I was going to say like.
My nose. Y'all, I was dermaplaning this morning and I sliced my nose.
I was going to tell you to get, I'm sorry. I know that hurt. I was going to tell you to get it. But before I could say that, you did like a little exhale. And so
It came out?
It came out. Okay, so you're saying there was like a bug in the shug and like she fell out my nose.
like she's probably in Tootie's coat.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
But like I love you and I want to go back and watch that just to see. Everything's okay. I need you to know that everything's okay.
I want everything to be okay so bad.
You know what would be worse? So many things would be worse.
It doesn't feel
You
okay.
could have been in the pool.
And there could have been like
it could have been slobbery.
like a loogie buggy.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's the worst.
Also, Kaylee, it might not have even been a bug. It literally could have been. I always
A
have
piece of fuzz from like my sweatshirt.
Of course. Of course. I didn't even see it in your nose. I just saw it on the other side of your face. So it probably was just a little piece of fuzz. And when you exhale throughout your nose, it just like poofed.
What was
Be
I
gone.
saying?
Your breath was too strong. Poof. Be gone. You were saying about the phone plans at Verizon.
My word. So yeah, I mean, I think we were sitting at Carrabba's sometime last year. I'm like, Dad, we want to get new phones and we should probably just be on our own plans because I'll be getting married soon. Why didn't I just wait until that happened? Anyway, and I'm like, this will be a tax write-off. I should just probably be on my own. Okay. I don't know how much y'all's phone plans are.
Let's just say
But
when
mine starts with a 3.
Yeah. Yeah, Kaylee, this isn't like people are
I
gonna
will
think that we're
say
like
stupid for doing that. It should start with a 1, almost a 2. But
anytime you travel out of the country.
every time I've traveled, so
it's
then
$10
it
a day.
racked up.
So
Yeah, we
Rack
just be
City,
hauling. Off.
man doing that. So
We
with
were
a family
hauling
of
off to
5,
every country around, and that is why it racked up so high. But anyway,
family of 5.
family of 5, I think,
It
are
was 50
Dolores.
something Dolores.
All I needed to do was send out a good old Zelle every month. Tell the
Because-
CPA, hey, this is for my phone. Write it off.
Well, Kaylee,
What?
let's just go do that. Okay?
I know, but like, should I just wait and just pair up with Gage, or me, you, and Gage could get on one?
I just feel like it would make Dad's cheaper too, though.
I know. We
And
need
Gage
to talk to
can
him
just
about
stay
how
on
much
his
is.
parents. I'm sure he's on his too. Like,
No,
there's nothing wrong with it.
literally.
It makes it cheaper for everyone. It's not about being on your parents' phone plan, being a loser on your. No, you're not a loser. You're a winner.
Yeah.
You're on your parents' phone plan. You're a freaking.
You're a
winner.
If you're on your own, spending $250 a month, you're a loser.
You know what though? Verizon's
Loser.
about to cut me off, son, because I'm always late on my payments. I couldn't set up my auto payment because for whatever reason it was not taking.
See?
I know it
This
wasn't.
is why I don't pay. Mine's on auto pay.
Well, but everything else on auto pay. But this, I make my one-time payments, but sometimes I'll purposefully like wait a sec because in my head, I just can't believe what I'm reading. So then I'll look, I'll be like, wait, what? And I just have to close out. Like I don't
So
even
does
pay it.
Verizon text you?
Yeah, text me.
Yeah, and every single time I get my phone plan, it
Phone
never
bill.
fails to shock. Yeah, my phone bill, it never fails to shock me. And so I always tap more details, please. Details on.
Yeah.
Like why? Why? It's never been the same number.
Like, let me see. Your bill of 148 that's like the cheapest it's ever been.
I was gonna say mine's.
I will say I
It's
haven't had a
$200.
300 something, but I have had 200 somethings lots of times from traveling. But you went out of the country more than I did.
I'm just like, we paid for our phones that day, correct? Like when we went and bought the phones, we paid for them. So this is just our bill every month. This isn't our phone on top of it. Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
We
Did you
like
know-
traded something in.
I think we traded, and I think we paid a little, and
We don't know.
we're
if
gonna have
on
to
a-
check and see if we're on a contract. I don't know what's what.
We need to call.
We need to figure it out. It's too much money,
We need to call.
and I'm trying to find something for a down payment. Y'all,
What?
back up.
What are
Terry.
you doing today? I was asking you how you were doing. What?
Listen to me.
I'm listening.
Interrupting me left and right. I'm reading in Genesis. This is what I wanted to go back and hear. In Bible study this week, we were reading about Abraham, and his covenant with God. And so this was the verse that we said was so funny when God clocked Sarah's tea. So in 18 verses, we'll begin in verse 9. They said to Abraham, "Where is Sarah, your wife?" And Abraham said, "She is in the tent." The Lord said, "I will surely return to you about this time next year, and Sarah, your wife, shall have a son." And Sarah was listening at the tent door behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old, advanced in years. The way of women had ceased to be with Sarah. So Sarah laughed to herself, saying, "After I am worn out, and my Lord is old, shall I have pleasure?" Oh, goodness, Sarah. The Lord said to Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh and say, 'Shall I indeed bear a child now that I am old?' Is anything too hard for the Lord?" Watch what he says.
I was always confused that he asked if he knew the answer. That's a whole other, just keep going.
Well, it's like how Dad, whenever he knew, like whenever we got in trouble growing up, he would only ask questions he knew the answer to. God has a sense of humor. He said, "Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the appointed time, I will return to you about this time next year, and Sarah shall have a son." But Sarah denied it, saying, "I did not laugh," for she was afraid. And he said, "No, but you did laugh."
No, but you did.
No, but you did.
No, but you did.
No, but you did. So I feel like we say that a lot.
So maybe we don't get our sense of humor and our sarcastic nature and our charisma from our family members. Maybe we literally just get it from Jesus.
No, but I don't think he was sarcastic. He wasn't sarcastic. It wasn't sarcastic. He was very matter of fact.
But I could hear it. Like, why did she... Like, that's not giving, like, an honest, like, I want to know the answer. You know, it's kind of like...
Well, he knew the answer, but he wanted to check their hearts. That's kind of how
that's like kind of how sarcasm works sometimes too. Like, oh, but it's giving like that tone. Let it go.
I see what you're saying. I cannot think about it too hard because I just don't know. Anyway, you were asking me something, so we can back up to that. But
I mean, no, I just was like wondering how you were doing. I felt like we've been distant, even though we've been in each other's presence. I just don't know like what's going on.
Why?
I know that you're going to look at houses today.
Me and Gage are going house hunting. We have our eye on a couple. Even though we won't really live together until we're married, it's just kind of one of those things where our lease in Athens is up in January. Not saying that I would be out of here by January, but if I could put money toward a house that I own versus rent, and like I'm going to have to move there anyway, it's kind of like we could get the ball rolling. There's no harm. So that's what we're doing.
So are you going to leave me out to dry to pay for this rent by myself? What?
Why would you even make a statement like that or pose a question when you know the answer?
I'm not find a house by January.
Bethany, I might not either, but if I do, you come with me. That's the answer to every worry you're having.
There's just a better option.
What's the better option?
I can go get my first time home buyer's incentives.
You're not going to be on the mortgage or whatever with me. I'll put my name on it. You live with me.
Rent free?
You can pay for my Verizon bill and live with me. And then we have a whole year before the wedding, you have plenty of time to find a home.
I don't know. I don't know if that place is calling. We'll just keep praying about it.
No, we're going to continue to pray about it. And I hope that we're praying the same thing. I'm praying that you have heart change. I don't know what you're praying about.
Quit praying that.
Beth Ann.
It's just like, let's just give it to God. Let's not like try to stir anything in me. Like I feel stirred up enough. Like I don't need anything else going on in my heart, body, spirit, or mind.
Opens the right doors and brings you immense clarity, peace, and closure.
It really just depends on like the area.
We're 8 minutes from Publix, 5 minutes from Walmart, 5 minutes from Fiesta Grill.
But like, what's the area? You know?
I'll send videos today.
Okay.
We'll
be in touch about it. But like,
we'll be in touch about it.
Y'all.
I don't want to feel like you think you're too good for me.
No, you're taking
But
everything out of context.
That's been the underlying theme of this app.
Kaylee and
is
I
that
take
you're-
ourselves to free therapy, and what we do is we get on Your Püdcast. We sit here with our microphones, and we yap.
No, literally. Are you saying we
back
need to
and
get on
forth.
task?
We need to get on task because we have to leave the house.
Okay,
queen.
let's get on task. You need to say something with your chest, and I'm going to second it.
Andy deserves to stay on Dancing with the Stars. Why? Because he's humble and kind. Always be humble and kind.
You're so right.
He is an absolute joy on the television.
Yep.
He brings this charisma and this energy and this light and this spark that nobody else does on the show. I don't get excited, really, to see anybody else. I look at him, my heart flutters. I have an immediate grin on my face. I'm like, what's Andy
You know
gonna
why?
do?
Because he's working.
Because he's working. And the point of Dancing with the Stars is to get better and to improve as a dancer. Tell me he hasn't gotten better. He has. Don't tell me he hasn't, because I'm not going to argue with you.
I'm not going to argue
Because you're
with you.
stupid and you don't know what you're talking about.
Well,
I do. Andy,
The way that he's in that practice room with his knee braces on, what more do you need?
like,
to
are you
see?
kidding me with a sweatband around his head? He means, I just bit my
Bit-
tongue.
Business. He means
That's
business.
what he means.
He does.
And nobody else is that happy and thrilled and shocked to be there. Like, he's like, ah! I mean, he's amazed. He literally said on the last show, he's like, I love America. Because they're like, look, Andy, America loves you. And he's like, what? I love America. And he's just a gem. And that's why we're voting for Andy.
I'm voting for Andy
and
10 times
stop
and
getting
10
upset
toes
with
down.
me because you think that I'm just voting for him because I feel bad for him. It's not about that. I don't feel bad for him.
I
He's
admire
picking
him.
his boots up.
Yes.
I feel good for Andy.
100%.
And he deserves to be here.
And all
Don't
these
care.
young folk can come back to the show 100 more times. Andy doesn't have
Like, let's be
many
really
more opportunities.
You know what I'm saying?
right. Andy
Gosh.
is that.
I've been eager to tell y'all that. I'm voting 10 times.
Well, and we've not been Dancing with the Stars stands. Now, as soon as we saw Meredith from Parent Trap was
Course.
on there, which
Course.
she absolutely slayed the house down.
yeah.
She absolutely killed what she
did do that.
Beth Ann,
She's 54. I
Beth Ann's
guess.
like, she hasn't changed a bit. I'm like, well. But she
Well,
looks fabulous.
with a red lip on.
With a red lip on, she looks identical.
She hasn't changed.
She
a
looks
bit.
like she's back by poolside in that polka dot.
I've
bathing
honestly
suit.
dove in a little bit to Dancing with the Stars. I was first intrigued because like our TikTok queen Alex Earl, I'm like, oh, like, let's say. Then I got on like Dancing with the Stars TikTok, which I'm never on any side of TikTok that I enjoy,
Yeah.
but I've kind of just been leaning into it. You know, people post their vlogs. I've like enjoyed looking at them getting their hair done, their makeup done, their day in their lives. Like, it's interesting. Val's wife, that's someone that I feel like I've just been like following along. She got not kicked off, oh my gosh, but like, you know, she got cut early on. Her partner just wasn't
she
pushing.
was a pro too.
And she still will dance like at the shows as like background, whatever they need.
How
of
did
her.
you know all this?
Well, I just
TikTok?
told you.
TikTok.
You know how I've been leaning in.
I know that you've been leaning in, but I didn't know.
Yeah, really
like
like
if you've been
TikTok.
watching, you know, YouTube videos on.
No,
Dancing
I
with the-
haven't like
Okay.
cannonballed in, but I have leaned with it. Rocked it. Rock. I love to roll. Like
Me too. Okay, well, I need to lean in a little bit more, but
No, I mean we have
I'm in
time.
that. I think I'm gonna watch the rest of the season out. I'm going to.
No, I'm too.
I have to.
I will say, I've been loving to like have my castor oil pack on, my bonnet oil, like laying horizontal with my joy and my. I'm gonna set Invisalign. Yo, I'm getting Invisalign Monday. My gosh,
You are?
Yeah, Monday.
Did you
My retainer.
You are.
I've been putting it off. Like they literally have had it for a month, and I'm like, I'll be in like next week.
So have you
and then I'm
called?
like,
Have you called back and said I'm coming in, or you
Yeah,
decided?
like she asked me
in
to
your-
come in like 2 days ago, and I was like, okay, I just can't. That couldn't happen. Like,
No.
I wasn't ready.
You
for
need
that.
the weekend to prep.
I need the weekend to prep. And so I ran into one of my friends. Let me go back. What was I saying?
Sorry.
But I'm enjoying laying down, being in the bed gymnast like before 10. But the fact that it doesn't even start till 8 and it goes till 10, I feel like my brain is still
Stimulated.
Yeah, that is my only just like, but it's so calm. Like it is. The Invisalign journey, if you saw my Instagram reel, Kaylee and I, we talked about on the Pood, I thought, have like open bites. Okay. So our tongue, like, I can,
I don't think they
Put
can
my
see
tongue
exactly, but like, yeah.
maybe. Well, anyway, when we were younger, we had braces from like 14 to 15. I remember, Kaylee, us telling them we can't rub our 2 front teeth together, as in our 2 front teeth and our 2 bottom teeth. And they were like, no, you shouldn't be able to. Well, everyone else and their mother could. So I'm over here thinking everyone else needs to go, even people that have had braces, need to go get their teeth fixed. No, really, we did. Because what's happened is that's why our grinding is so bad. Our back and bottom teeth are so, I guess, they're closer together than they should be. Like what the Invisalign's going to do is lift my back teeth up a bit, and it'll push my top forward, and then it'll be a more even bite, and there won't be that gap. But we're putting more pressure. We're putting like the most amount of pressure on our back teeth because of the way
like
that,
I fell
they're
asleep on the
sitting.
couch yesterday for 10 minutes. I woke up, my jaw aching.
Yeah,
Because I didn't have my mouth guard and I was just clenching.
And I do have to do 6 months, which is a lot better than like a year. I ran into one of my friends at Sculpt, our Pilates studio, the other day, and she had her trays in. And I was like, oh my gosh, you have Invisalign. She was like, blah. She was like, it's the worst. Like going to dinner, wanting to go get drinks and apps with friends. Like I'm over here popping my Invisalign out. And I'm like, yeah, but and she's like, no, but it'll be so worth it. Like trust me, it'll be so worth it. And I'm like, okay. She does have to do it for a year, so I feel bad because that's a long time. That's normal though. Like when we did braces, we did it for 14 months. So thankfully, it just has to be like 6 months, just this little thing. I mean, I'm kind of dreading it, but then I'm like, I want to have perfect teeth.
Yeah.
So you might want to do that before your wedding.
I know.
Because when I was
I
looking back
know.
at pictures from your engagement, and the picture that I posted of us, my tongue is coming through. I look like that. Do you remember that Instagram I posted that time in North Oconee in high school?
Yes.
And I did that, and I put those teeth. That's what my mouth looks like to me.
I know to you, but to me, it just looked like you were so joyful. And you're just like smiling.
Yeah.
But I know, and especially since you're doing it, I guess I just need to take a trip. I need to take a trip to Smiles, whatever they're called.
Smile doctors.
And for 6 months, like, okay, I could even wait and do engagement pictures after those 6 months because I have 50.
Engagement pictures.
Yeah, like engagement photos. You know, you go do a photo shoot, like dressed up engagement photos.
You already did that.
Okay, you're so right.
Don't go do that.
You don't think I need to do that again?
No, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we already did it.
Most
Yeah, you're
people
right.
just, I feel like, do that because they don't have
A photographer that day like we did.
or if they do, they don't make it a whole. I mean, we made it a whole thing, Kaylee.
We did. Okay, you're right. I
No,
guess
don't
some
do
people
that.
get engaged and it's just them two or whatever, and they don't have like a ton of pictures from.
Or maybe the girl wants to wear something that she really wants to have. Like,
And I already had on what I
oh
wanted
my
to
gosh,
wear.
no.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So I really have plenty of time. I could do Invisalign.
Yeah, and I think it'd be good for us to do it together.
I think I'll do it with you.
I mean, I hope I don't look like oogler. I mean, it's fine. It's gonna be fine. I know I'll have a little bit of a lisp, so I'll probably take them out for Your Püd because that'll be ridiculous. I'm on here with a lisp.
Yeah,
But
you can't
did
be
you
on
need
here
to
with a
say
lisp.
anything with your
Well-
chest before we move forward?
What I needed to say with my chest has to do with.
What's going on, Kaylee? You can always say it with me, just
And
because
I
it's
just
my
feel like
sound.
a fraud. Sometimes I feel like a
No.
fraud. It's
No, what's
not
mine is yours.
Okay.
We just said opposite things, and
So,
yeah.
y'all, we have a couple things that we wanted to address. One being, because I popped up on this poo talking about how invested I was, kind of still am, in Prison Break, and how emotionally invested I was. I need to post, y'all. I took a video of myself that I sent to Mr. Ron, then our best friend. I took a video of myself sobbing, dry heat, slobbering, crying on the last episode of Prison Break, and that needs to go on the internet somewhere. But anyway, after 8 years, Lenny told us this week that Prison Break is making a return. So then, of course, I'm having to do some research on my own. Like, well, what is this going to look like? And there's no way, because I remember something about Michael, what's his name in real life? Something Wentworth. He did not want to continue playing this masculine character because he was gay in real life. And I think I hopped up on the Püd and I was like, well, baby, it's acting for a reason. Like, can you just act for us? But whatever.
Act for
He
me.
doesn't want to do it. So they're rebooting the show without Michael or his brother.
Just call it something else because it's not the same show.
Come out with a new show. This is not Prison Break anymore.
No.
I'm so then I had to laugh because I was reading a couple different news articles because I never know what the truth is. And everything just feels fake these days. Everything feels AI. Like, I don't know. But apparently, there's another guy that's going to star as Michael, but it's going to be someone else. So it's like, no, just do a different show. This isn't actually Michael Scofield. Whatever. I guess they're going to try to make it Michael Scofield. And somebody... So it says, per the official log line, the series follows Emily's character, Cassidy, who's an ex-soldier turned corrections officer who takes a job at one of the deadliest prisons in America to prove just how far she'll go for someone she loves. So, I mean, I guess that's for Michael.
But
Like,
that's
I don't
what-
understand, y'all. And you know what? I will be tuned in because I will have thoughts.
Yeah, 100%.
It says in this last little paragraph of the article, the new project has been ripped apart by Prison Break fans who have speculated that it will be a total disaster. I am Prison Break fans, and I'm worried it's going to be a total disaster. So,
I understand that.
writing about me in Daily Mail.
I actually want to know how Lenny feels since he's the one that put us on and felt so strongly.
Leneath, are you
And-
going to tune in?
Basically watched it 3 times.
Of course. Y'all, should the three of us do it together? Because, like, we kind of walk that journey together. Should we sit down for the first step all together?
Let's do it. With
Let's do it.
snacks. But-
Oh, with something good to eat.
Were you excited though? Were you like, oh yes, like I'm lit? Or how did you feel?
I'm in between. I know what you mean, though. But it just depends. I really hope they don't try to like.
Mm-hmm.
They need to call it, like, Prison Broken.
They need to have somebody. Sarah Craig
Yeah,
Sarah
Sarah
Tancredi,
Tancredi.
is she gonna be
How
on
do
it?
you remember names like that? I couldn't remember.
Y'all is
Pretty boy.
pretty boy
Pretty.
Teddy.
Teddy.
No, he died, didn't he? Did he die at the end of all that? No, not in real life. Did he die on the show? I can't remember. Michael is.
I just figured like he was gonna come back. You know what I mean? You know, he was always good
I
at
thought he might
hiding.
have a heart change, but they messed up on the last season.
But I didn't know they waited too long because I watched it all at once.
And it was obvious. It was obvious they had to tie up loose ends quickly, and I got irritated.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, because I was still sitting on the toilet up there
Sobbing.
sobbing. I watched the last episode sitting on the toilet. Isn't that funny?
Sitting on the toilet.
Sitting
on the toilet.
What else is going on that we need to talk about?
No, y'all. Okay. Well, first of all, Nobody Wants This. Season 2 is back. Hold on, I'm having a tickle in my nostril. Feel like I might sneeze.
Oh my gosh, I'm setting a reminder on my phone right now. Me and Gage have to watch that
I
tonight.
think it came out
Nobody.
literally yesterday. Is yesterday the 23rd? I think it was the 23rd.
that show makes me giddy.
Hey, Rabbi. Hey, Noah.
Mm.
Hey, Abby.
Hey, Rabbi.
Hey, Sasha. Hey, Sasha. So I'm lit about that. So that's on Netflix. Get into it. It's just good, y'all. Like, it really is.
No, it's good.
don't
It's,
care.
it's
It's
so
good.
cute. It's so good. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. We have to watch that.
Hi. Sorry, y'all. We had to take a little breaky poo. One of the cameras was getting hot on him. I had to fan her off.
And Miss Beth had to
But-
blow that schnoz again. That's okay.
No.
They give you
Seriously?
time. Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah.
my nose has just been so crazy. This is the second story. Thought you would find this to be interesting, Tante, because you were obsessed with the trials on TikTok.
Yeah.
Whenever they had them live.
Yeah.
So Johnny Depp is set to star as Ebenezer Scrooge, or Ebenezer, I'm not sure, in the upcoming film Ebenezer, A Christmas Carol.
Ebenezer.
Ebenezer? No, wait. It's
King
a Christmas.
Ebenezer.
King Ebenezer.
Ebenezer.
Oh my gosh,
Ebenezer?
I can't.
Oh, neither.
Anyway, A Christmas Carol to be released November 13th, 2026. Directed by Ty West. This marks his first major studio role in the U.S. since his well-publicized legal controversies. What's your vibe?
So I only ever wanted to see the good, and I only ever wanted to see him in the Caribbean. And so it was shell shocking to see him in the courtroom for so long. And then, of course, the conversations discussed was disgusting.
Right.
With that witch, what was her name? Amber.
I'm excited solely because
Amber Heard.
I just want to look at him and I want to dissect him.
The way that he can look so different, yet
depending on what he's playing.
so him.
Yeah.
And every character is mesmerizing to me. And then, of course, rumors were swirling that like he had blown all of his money. I thought that was so interesting. So maybe he's just trying to get back up. And get back out there. And I'm really excited about it. I have this weird like place in my heart for
Johnny
him where I
Depp?
want him to thrive. Pirates of the Caribbean, whatever, was such a staple of our childhood.
It was.
It was our childhood. Also need to say, y'all, if you're watching and you see Miss Beth huddled up with a Christmas pillow, it is because our living room is literally already decorated for Christmas. I'm working with Wayfair and like so exciting and such an honor. And it has been so fun because I went ahead and wanted to pick out some stuff from Wayfair and I wanted to share about it for the holidays before, so y'all had time to shop just in case you wanted to see what Wayfair had to offer. They have a lot by the way.
Yeah, and I was posting our living room the other night because it was looking so cozy, so comfy with the
Yeah.
lights and stuff. And a couple people asked, like, where's the tree from? It's on my LTK, but also yours too, Wayfair. And also, it is sold though too at I think like Target and Walmart. It just depends price wise on like which size you get. So
yes.
anyway, but no,
No.
I'm excited. I also totally thought this was November 13th, 2025,
So the fact that
but it is
it's
2026.
a
So now I'm like,
year-
oh, it's kind of far.
no, yeah,
But that's okay.
that's okay. We just have
That's okay.
we'll have our eye out.
I actually have something to tell you.
What?
Where's Wally? Comes out in November.
Oh wow.
Where's Wally is going to be a movie on
Someone
Netflix.
that we know.
Yes. Who was a
Someone that we kind of
well, we didn't
knew. We didn't know him.
We didn't know
actually,
him. He died, but
I think.
through the grapevine he was connected to us, and he was a big fat cocaine lord. And the story of his life and everything that he's done will be documented, has been documented, and will be shared via Netflix. I believe, I can't remember the exact date, but I know it's in November.
A whole
So
documentary.
I'm looking forward to
the
that.
whole thing was just very interesting. You'll
He
have to look it
faked his
up.
death, like
Wallace.
mhm.
Wallace Thrasher.
Yeah.
He yeah. And we
But,
have a
like, I
connection to
knew that
him,
you had
so that's
probably forgot
interesting.
about
So
that,
we're gonna
so.
watch the documentary to find a little bit more about
him. Last
Let's
story,
move
Derek.
on. Okay.
You
I
don't
was-
want to talk about it?
No, because I don't know anything about it.
Okay.
So I was just like, let's move on to Brice Advice.
That's fine.
Because I know we need to get into it.
Okay.
So well, we kind of skipped over our Bryce Hughes, our Brights and Blues. We mentioned it at the beginning of the episode, our highs and lows of the week. Of course, the situation of Bible study was just like disheartening. My bright this week though was going over to Madison's house for Tuesday night Dancing with the Stars and just fellowshipping, talking, eating.
That brings me to my bright.
Oh, okay.
The banana bread crumble cookies.
Yeah.
Okay. Do
And
yourself
by the time
a
they
favor.
listen to this in a few days, the banana bread.
Well,
crumble cookie-
hopefully you can just nod your head along because you tried it. Surely you got your hands on the banana bread cookie from Crumble. And I will say, like, I'm not geeked over most Crumble flavors. I'm just not, unless they have like a cinnamon vibe or something with a good frosting. Like the chocolate ones I don't really get into.
They all
Those
taste
are
the same.
overpowering. The cake ones freak me out. But this banana bread, what? It's crazy. And it wasn't just like brown sugar on top. I could tell that brown sugar had been mixed in with some butra. And like it was really it was hardened and it was nice. It was good texture to crunch down on. So
I
that
love
was
that.
literally my Bright for the
And
week.
you might be wondering, Miss Beth and Miss K, that has gluten, that has dairy.
Yeah, we're introducing it.
We're
again.
introducing it again.
So we're introducing it again.
We
We fought that battle.
We're in the thick of healing our gut. We've been on our supplements. We've been doing a thing. So like we have now transitioned to 80-20. We're mindful, but we're not restrictive because we don't want to like lose our heads in the midst of being so restrictive.
100%.
Let's begin with or move on into Brice Advice. This is our advice segment where we address anything that's going on in y'all's lives. It can be work-related, relationships, friendships, absolutely anything that you're struggling with and you would like an unbiased opinion about. It's always anonymous. Sometimes we can switch up the names or you can give us names to use, whatever. Write into us at yourpudcast@gmail.com. That is yourpudcast@gmail.com. Tell us what's going on, y'all. It can never be too juicy. Our first submission. As a Christian woman, loving and obeying the Lord are super important to me. Obviously, this world is a broken one, and with it come broken people. People with platforms, celebrities, singers, etc., clearly don't have the same beliefs as me. With that, it's hard to support the things they do, movies, songs, whatever. How do you navigate that? For example, I do not agree with Ariana Grande on many things. No judgment, I just don't agree. But the new Wicked movie is coming out, and I want to see it. But is that supporting someone who doesn't align with my values and not honoring the Lord? This was kind of a ramble, but I hope y'all see what I mean. Okay, love you. Praying for y'all. Oh, thank you.
Yes, I totally see what you mean because our mom is really big on this. And like there's been times that our mom has left the movie theater. Like we've all gone to a movie as a family. And if they're saying a few too many cuss words, like she's done. She's out of there. She's leaving. That is her conviction. You never want to try to make anyone feel something that they don't feel naturally. I think that even as Christians, ideally, all things that grieve the Lord's heart would grieve ours, and we would. The goal is not to have. We are sinful by nature, but ideally, we would all be convicted by the same things, right? I mean, just don't be among the drunkards, sex before marriage, all that. With this, if you're not convicted by it, it sounds like you are a little bit, but it sounds like you're also in a good headspace to like use your discernment
Because
and what
we
you're going to
live
be
in a broken world,
influenced
kind
by.
of like what you just said. So you can't just live in your own bubble of perfection because it's impossible.
For me, I just kind of ask myself, like, am I going to be influenced by this, or is this going to hold any weight in my life, or are these values that I'm going to adopt? If I can confidently say, oh no, I'm like, oh, it's fine. Because to be honest, like my favorite genre of a movie, a TV show has everything to do with crime, drugs, like Law and Order SVU vibes. You know what I mean? Like just, I love a good, scary, suspenseful, on edge. There's some crime happening. I enjoy watching those things. By no means do I condone the behavior or even think to myself, I'm going to go do this. Oh my gosh, I'm like so scared of the po-po. Never.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just kind of how I feel about it. I think mom has actually asked us to quit with Netflix and to cancel our Netflix subscription because what were they doing? Was it like Antichrist related?
There's just
You
there's
never
a lot.
know what anybody's really doing.
Yes, in Hollywood, and yeah.
So I feel like your intentions, like, I don't think that going to see Wicked is going to distort your heart or mind or have you questioning anything. I mean, I really think it's actually just for enjoyment. And like, just when I went and saw it, I fell asleep. Like, that's how I felt about Wicked.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it absolutely held no power.
no, we have
Over me-
discernment for a reason.
I think that you can appreciate the art without appreciating the artist in some things because God knows your heart. And so if your heart is postured toward him and it's nothing is influencing you in a different way, I think that's think that's okay with where we're at in society. But again, if something is like grieving your heart and you just feel so convicted by it, it's like, I don't need to consume this. Don't consume it because the Lord's giving you that conviction. And
it's kind of like Taylor Swift and her new music, right? Some Christians would look at that and say, oh, absolutely not. This is inappropriate. Your young girls should not be looking at Taylor Swift as a role model or singing her lyrics, because when they used to be about teardrops on my guitar,
yes,
they're now about Travis's peen and things of that nature and spreading her
right,
legs.
right.
No, I mean, but that's the deal.
That's the deal.
Back when we were growing up, we could turn on Taylor Swift with anybody in the car. Now, I would turn on her older music, but I wouldn't turn on her newer music. And even when I was listening to it as a 25-year-old who does use her discernment when it comes to music, and like I don't listen to near as much like crap as I used to, I'm just like listening and I'm like, ew. But some of them though I'm bopping with. So it literally depends on what you feel convicted by.
And not just because I feel like that can sound like a gray area, because ultimately we just need to follow what the Bible says and like what God tells us. So there shouldn't be a gray area. Like, well, this person feels convicted about this person. So like they can just do what they feel convicted by. But that doesn't okay and validate what they're doing, because some people need to have convictions they don't have. Do you know what I'm saying? So I want to be very clear in saying that if you feel convicted by it, that's 100% like a dead giveaway of I need to refrain from consuming this. If you don't feel convicted by it because it doesn't bear any weight on your spirit, like on your mind, and you don't feel negatively about it, and I think that's kind of another thing, because it just doesn't mean anything to you. That's how a lot of stuff is for us. It doesn't mean anything to us. So then one can say, well, then why do you consume it? Well, a lot of stuff we don't go out of our way to consume. Like Taylor Swift's new album, I'm not just choosing to listen to that. If it comes on, whatever. I think it just goes back to the Lord knowing your heart. And that is just such a tough question that I feel like I need someone even more wise than me to really answer. Like,
well, if there's a black and white answer, then no, you shouldn't go see Wicked. If this person, if you view it as I'm supporting this person and I don't align with her values and I don't support her decisions, then no, you shouldn't go. If I used to listen to like a ton of rap music, right? That was just something like we bopped with. Like we used to love listening to Young Thug. I didn't feel any type of way about it. Now some of those words and phrases are kind of a little bit more piercing to the ear.
yeah.
The black and white answer is, if it does not honor God, and if you would not listen to it or watch it with Jesus sitting beside you, he once walked this earth. If you would not invite him over, sit at your table for dinner, sit in front of your TV to watch something, sit in front of a radio and listen to it, you should not be consuming it. That's just that. But I consume lots of things. I mean, I just told y'all, like, what I prefer to watch and like the genres of things. So that's really, really tough. I don't know the best way to even go about that, because again, like there's horror movies that I've gone and paid money to see. And it's like,
oh, and they were so stupid.
But you know what I mean? So I don't know. My personal opinion, I think you're fine going to see Wicked. I really do. There's a lot more people in that cast, and there could be a lot more people in that cast that are Christians and that do seek Jesus, that you could be supporting in a different way. It doesn't just have to be Ariana. What's her name? See, that's the thing. I don't even know.
Ariana Grande.
Ariana.
Like, literally, yeah.
Ariana.
Oh, I'm getting an incoming call, but like I think this is spam. I'm gonna deny it.
Who's it from?
I don't know who that is. Okay.
We got to go see our bestie who has a new baby. So we got to move on. So Lou needs some major advice, quick, fast, and in a hurry. She says, I have a major work crush, like big time. I haven't had a crush period since like middle school. I can't walk past him without cheesing. It's ridiculous because I'm in my man-eater era. I just got this job maybe a month ago and need to find out if he is interested like I am. We have very small talk every day and have flirted briefly, but being coworkers makes things weird. Might I add, I'm 22 and he's 27, so a little age gap, and I've only ever dated younger guys. It also feels like neither of us know how to go about the situation because we're coworkers. I've thought about leaving a note on his car one day saying I have no clue, but I'm also terrified of rejection. Help. I need advice on how to find out if he's interested or not without making it seem like I'm a weirdo or making work awkward. So the note on the car, it's giving like Hallmark movie and I'm screaming. It's also kind of giving like he should leave a note on your car. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
This is tough because everyone goes through this and nobody knows what to do. There's always a period where you're trying to figure out if someone likes you back, right? And he could be doing the same with you right now. I'm big on the man pursuing the woman. I'm also big on waiting. Because I feel like back when I was like searching or like you're in the dating pool, you're kind of in the scene. I think anytime that I just waited, something always came to light. It was like, oh, wait, they've had a girlfriend for 3 years? Okay, period. Or they end up talking about someone else, or they end up where I don't have to feel like embarrassed or shot down or any of those natural emotions we're going to feel if we like try to pursue someone that's not pursuing us back. I also, though, am a firm believer in life is short. And it doesn't matter. Nothing's that deep and say what you want. I think the best way, if you really want to say something first and like you're being a little bit impatient, because truly you could let this just simply go on, see what he does with the time. But if you want to say something, I think you could, whether it's y'all walking in or out of work, just like a place where like it feels right, you know, maybe not like in the middle of a meeting or whatever. See, I wouldn't say any of this.
Yeah.
So it's hard.
Yeah.
You're never going to know. Like you're never going to know.
That's what I was going to say.
How I feel.
If it was me, I know that I would never say anything. Time would just go on. And then it would eventually my feelings or whatever would either fizzle out for him. Or I'll meet somebody else. And I would probably always think like, well, I wish he knew because maybe we could date. But then it's also one of those things like, I just need the man to pursue me. Like,
What about a good old, what are you doing this weekend?
What are you doing this weekend is okay.
Because it's not even you asking him to go do something this weekend. It's what are you doing this weekend? Because if it's, oh, like me and my girlfriend, or, oh, like I'm taking this girl on a date, like you can get the vibe of what his plans are. If he's like with the guys multiple weekends in a row, or if his response is like never giving there's a girl in my life.
So true.
Multiple times in a row, I think you're safe to be like, do you want to do something?
Bethann, I think you're so right.
Yeah.
Because while I'm saying all this, like, well, I probably would never. I also sometimes I guess I would do I would say like crazy things. Like even the night that me and Gage met, we were talking about our wedding.
Right.
And I'm like, do you want to do summer or fall?
But he did pursue you.
He did. Yeah, he did. Of course he did. But
Of course
well, because
he did.
I just needed that. But also, some guys are more shy and some girls are more bold. And
a lot of
I don't think there's no reason, like I want you to hear me say, there's no shame in making a little beansy baby step forward before him.
A lot of women do believe that like guys are just stupid and like they don't catch on and they're a little bit socially unaware. I think I used to think that.
Mm-hmm. And now you're like,
now that
they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Are you kidding? Now that I've spent much of time with like, even like having a brother, you know, and obviously, I mean, you've been dating Gage for like 3.5 years. Like when you're around guys more, or you hear them talk more, you hear their perspective on things, they're clocking your tea.
They have a brain too.
They have a brain too. And I just don't think that guys are as stupid as we make them out to be. I'm sorry. I don't think that I think they would even like to keep claiming that they are stupid. Oh, I didn't know. Because it's easy that way.
It's a cop
They
out.
can
I
get-
didn't know. I didn't know
They
you
can
wanted
get
me
out
to
a
start
lot
taking
more.
you on dates.
Yeah.
Let's take you on dates.
Well, I was just like trying
okay,
to see
well,
like,
you didn't
what
think it was
what you felt.
obvious when I,
Yeah. And that just goes into like us losing a manly man, like manly
men in this generation.
In this generation, we have like they've gotten soft on us.
They've gotten soft on us.
They need to go back to probably what their grandfathers did, and they need to be writing the love letters. And
Yes.
they need to be hitchhiking to our homes
And
and
you
our
know, the
front doors.
perspective that I see a lot is people be like, we need to care for our men's mental health. And we need to, and yeah, we do. That's not what we're talking about. We're
No.
talking about,
Oh, because like, what's
courting.
your mind? Like, you're taking care. You're taking care, but like not bozo on the street. So I'm not worried about your mental health.
what are you talking about?
I'm saying like once a guy, like if I'm like, you're not my boyfriend or we're not in a relationship, I'm not really worried about your mental health as to why you're not pursuing me. Like I'm not.
Yeah, because you don't know them
Interest-
in that way.
Yeah, like I'm not
Yeah,
like.
so
So
we're
let me hold your hand and guide you through this process. Like I'll lead us. Like
No.
no. But once that you have made it clear that like you're choosing me, then
Right.
sure, like I would love to lead you through whatever, you know.
Right.
But a lot of girls like they're like, I'm just gonna take control because he won't. No,
I know.
it's embarrassing. How did we get here?
So
What was even the question? What does she
because
do?
she's
I
just
think
like-
you just asked like, what are you doing this weekend? Like a couple of
I
times.
think that's such a great start. Beth Ann, thank you for some
Do you have any
actionable.
fun plans this weekend? Or even
Yeah, what
like
are you
I
doing
don't
this
know
weekend?
what area you're working in, but like, is there anything fun to do around here? Or like, what do you like to do around here?
Yeah.
Let's go, girl.
Yeah. Please like keep us posted in the DMs in the email.
Because you
whatever,
need
and
to
let us
learn a
know.
little bit more about him too. I think might change your mind. You might not like him as much as you think you do.
Yes, you just need more like
You need more
I
context
think in the
around his
beginning,
life.
infatuation is so much of it, and you need to know a little bit more about him to see if you really like him. And that's okay. It's okay to be infatuated.
Kaylee, do you think they followed me on like my like tangents today?
Yeah.
You're not sure.
No, I do think because even I had to ask for clarification, and I think once I asked, maybe it became more evident.
Okay.
Guys, feel free. Listen to this episode twice. Soak it all in.
Yeah, like I'm just here like speaking off the cuff.
And I want y'all to
I'm really thinking about that banana bread cookie staring at me right over here to my right, over my right shoulder. It's looking at me.
Oh, wow.
I'm distracted.
Yeah, I understand.
Yep.
I just appreciate always the vulnerability, honesty, transparency in these in these emails, and these questions, because so much of it too is even things that we have wondered. And y'all, we are not like, we didn't go to seminary, and we didn't, we don't always have maybe the perfect answer, but based off of maybe our experiences, things that we felt, and like things that we've learned from our elders and in Bible studies and whatever, that's kind of just like the stuff that we're offering to y'all. Like every week we pray for discernment with our answers. And so I hope that it translates as so, because we want everything to be pleasing to the Lord too. Like we
Too.
don't want to tell you like, yeah, it's okay if you just go and
But
listen to or do the whatever, and that one question
Mhm.
talking about like, how do you kind of navigate this broken world and people and things when they don't align with what you believe? And so much of this world, Jesus,
most coffee shops I go to
yeah,
and don't align.
don't align. Jesus walked in earth that didn't align with him. But that's the whole point, because he came to save us. I'm going off on a tangent. Let me pray
No,
for
I
us. And I've got to pray.
know.
But do you know what I'm saying?
No, this has seriously been fun. And like the sun's out, and
Yeah.
how I know is because like it's heating up my body.
So you are sitting closer to the window. I can imagine you're getting a little warm
Yeah.
under that Hollister
But I'm not
hoodie.
complaining because you know that I'm so cold as soon as like the temperature goes below 70.
No, I do. Y'all, it was 38 degrees when we woke up yesterday. I was frigid. I could hardly crawl out of bed. I was so cold.
You know that I got up this morning at 6:45 to go on a walk.
Wait, did you walk?
Like for a tiny little bit, Keely, I couldn't do
Oh
it.
my
I was
gosh. Wow.
it was like making me angry.
Sorry, you're a little bit better than me, because once I
No.
didn't go to bed till 11:30, I changed my alarm to 7.
Yeah. No, it was just like I knew that she was gonna need to go like potty on him, and I had so many things on my mind that I wanted to get done. So
I
it's like maybe a little
completely
bit of fresh
understand.
air, but it was kind of like aggravating air. And then it was
'Cause
dark.
it was cold.
I literally convinced myself I was getting kidnapped.
Was it dark?
Yeah.
Because the sun doesn't
Yeah.
rise until 7:30.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
It was
no.
almost like doing worse for me.
Well, I tried to turn the heat on. Thank God we don't have to quite yet because I thought I was going to burn the house down. Tried to turn the heat on for the first time this year yesterday morning, and something was burning. So
it
of course
smelled
I
like a
asked
barbecue
Chat.
shop.
It smelled like a barbecue shop, and I asked Chat, "Is that okay?" And they were like, "Yeah, that can be normal. Like first time cutting on the heat." Unless it smells like burning plastic or electrical wires. I'm like, oh, okay. Unless the burning smell smells like this burning smell. Like, I'm not a pro. I don't know what burning smell is different from this burning smell. I turned it off because I could not leave our dookies in this casa while we hauled
Thank
off
you,
to where we
Kaylee.
needed to go. And then this place came burning down. Like, anyway, it's another thing I told Gage on the phone. Gage, I need you for these things.
Does he want to pay the bills, by the way?
Yes. He said he will take care of the bills. I said, okay, thank you, baby. It can come out of our joint account.
Up.
I don't want that responsibility. Y'all, we've got a prayer request, and this is from our Moomsy. She says, hello. She said, I'm recently beginning my faith journey and learning how to communicate with God. My grandfather was recently diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and I'm heartbroken. He'll be starting chemotherapy in the next few weeks, and I'm praying for his strength, healing, and comfort during this time. I would love to ask for a prayer for him and also for guidance for myself that I may continue to grow closer to God and find peace and hope through him as I support my family through this season. Oh, look, she attached a
Aw.
picture of her and her.
Let me see.
This isn't zooming in, but whatever. Look, on her wedding day, they're dancing.
Oh, he's so cute. I love him.
I love him too.
He looks so familiar.
Y'all, and we're so close with our grandparents, and I can just imagine, the heartache. So let's lift him up, and everybody else too. We hadn't held hands in a minute, but we're going to.
I'm reaching on him.
God, thank you so much for this day, and Lord, thank you so much for just new life, renewed strength, renewed spirit every day. Father, I praise you for just the way that we can come to you and call on your name. I praise you that you are always there. I praise you that you're omnipresent. God, I pray, I want to lift up our Moomsy who is struggling with this news of her grandfather. And God, I pray that as she is just beginning to know you and seek more of you, that this trial would not discourage her heart, Lord, but that she would lean more into you. God, and I pray that as she draws to you, you would draw to her, that she could just know more of you as her father and her friend and her refuge. God, I pray for her grandfather, and I just pray for the doctors, Lord, that will be treating him. I pray that they would know the best course of action. I pray that they would just have all the wisdom, Lord, for treatment, for his healing. And I pray, God, that you would just have a hand over him. Lord, that you would keep him strong through this process. Lord, I pray that he would be cancer-free. God, I pray for Merle and his precious wife, and I pray that just every day you would continue to strengthen him. God, as there's so many unknowns, I pray that you would calm his spirit and his precious wife's spirit. I pray that they would just continue to cling to one another. Lord, we know their faith is so strong, and they put all of their trust in you. God, I just thank you for that. I thank you for the wonderful people around us who know you and who have always poured into us, who have taught us so much about you. I thank you for our family who have always just been encouragers and leading us to you. God, I just pray for continued discernment and wisdom as we give advice and we seek your word, Lord, for just the best things to say and ways to encourage others, their hearts and their walks with you. Lord, I pray just for a great rest of our week. I pray for a hand of protection over all of us, every listener and viewer. God, as we're on the roads, within our communities and our friends and our families, I pray that you would just help us to be lights for you and for your kingdom. God, thank you for who you are. Thank you for all that you blessed us with. We love you so much. And in Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen.
Mr. Titty, are you snoring, Titty?
Well, she is too, so I was wondering
I
if you
think
could hear her.
He's dreaming.
Good morning, Titty.
You know what? Let's.
The Doogies get woken up a lot if you think about it.
They do. I'd be an anxious mess if I got woken up as much as they do. Somebody wrote in and said that it would be so cute if we did "We Love Ya" and "Jesus Saves Ya" on a hoodie.
I'm down.
I am so down for that, y'all. If you would get a hoodie or a crew neck, or if you have a different suggestion, maybe a different piece, article of clothing, drop it in the comments. Let us know. We want to hear from you.
Some
'cause
people
this
were
would be
sending some
for
really good
you.
merch ideas, and I was trying to respond to as many views as I could. I was loving the creativity. It's
People are so
amazing.
creative.
We love
We
ya
have a
and
creative
Jesus saves ya.
community.
We do. These are our
And
movies and these are our poopies.
These are our movies and these are our poopies. And y'all, we've got one thing to tell
Do we
you.
want to call them anything? Like those that watch Your Püdcast. I don't know. We'll have to think on it. Also,
the poodles.
the poodles.
The poodles.
How do y'all feel?
Wait. Okay. Lenny's not
did like
passionate.
a little one of these. I'm like, okay.
Y'all, what should you be called?
We do need to call y'all something because there's much to address when I look at you in the eye. And
Yeah.
I want to call you by name.
Me too.
You are our movies and our poopies, but since we're on Your Püd, Püdsters,
Oh.
just give me time.
We'll think about it.
Give me
Y'all are better than
time.
us. Y'all,
Let's
listen.
workshop. Hey,
We love ya and Jesus saves ya. Bye.